Lagos Jankara politics targets the Igbos. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. People like to say that the conflict is between good and evil. The real conflict is between truth and lies, Don Miguel Ruiz. Beyond ethnicization, the next critical conflict in Nigerian politics is between truth and lies, good and bad politicians, and those who tell the truth and those who fabricate it. Truth and fabrication are opposite, but both have found a place in our national ethos. This week, political musings will focus on the word Jankara. The word is colloquially used to describe dominant characteristics in Nigerian politics. The word derived from a popular market of that name in the Lagos Island heartland, known for its depiction of a dominant department and gate in Nigerian politics. Although Jankara market was not united by Jankara politics, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has used Jankara politics to demolish the market and other landed properties in the state, hitherto believed to be the most cosmopolitan. The action is just to get at those perceived not to have voted for his All Progressive Congress APC. Jankara Market was built 93 years ago by a woman for the sale of local fabrics. It is located in the heart of Lagos Island and is known as a place to get cheap wearables. In Nigerian parlance, Jankara is also associated with fake and low-quality things, not just clothing. Jankara Market, as we know, it has been reduced to shanties, and the old women and younger generation of traders there nostalgically watch the ruins of their once-upon-a-time money spinner. Compassion is not part of a game of Jankara politics, and callousness greeted the traders of a good old Jankara market who thought that their pleas would cause a change of heart in the Jankara politicians of Lagos. Those who indulge in the power game called Jankara politics are adherents of the Italian philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli. This 16th century man was well known for his political ideas as contained in The Prince, the book where he argues that the end justifies the means and that it is better to be feared than to be loved. After the February 25th election in Nigeria and the brigandage that accompanied it, through the electoral process down to the judiciary merchandising, Nigerians are already aware that the Machiavellian theory is at play. What is happening in Lagos today is politically targeted at the Igbos, who are perceived to have voted for the Labour Party. The All Progressive Congress that lost in that election is today in office and in power through the judiciary and the INEC abracadabra at both the presidential and state levels. Remi Tinubu, the wife of the president, is on record to have warned even before the election that Igbos will be chased out of Lagos and their properties inherited if they fail to vote for the All Progressive Congress. They actually did not see why they should vote for APC when the Labour Party provided them with better options. Governor Sanwo-Olu has the unfeeling and callous task of carrying out Madame's order because they reason within themselves that Igbos cannot do anything aside from their fine boy politics. Recall that President Bola Tinubu had hinted at what was to come in his 2022 video remarks, stating that power is not served a la carte, but it is only available to those who are ready to grab it and run. The Igbos believe that their fine boy qualities will give them power in Lagos and Nigeria, but they have now learned otherwise. Nigerian politics is not built on Jonathanianism, where ambition is not worth the blood of any citizen, nor is it built on the obedient mantra of taking power from political criminal gangs and creating a new society by just marshalling fine points without physically defending them. Peter Obi, the ringmaster and the motivator-in-chief of the obedient movement, took the political space by storm during the dangerous political hawks and stirring the polity with persuasive fine points, while also seizing the social media space. Although Obi's entry into the fray and leaving the hitherto docile voting populace, he could not force an attitude change in them as they continue to believe that God gives and takes. That is why they should wait for his time. By doing so, perhaps they're experiencing the same God to come down, Nigerianize and help them get a bone from the mouth of a Rottweiler dog. Unfortunately, God's way is not our way. The Igbos in Nigeria by now must have realized the difference between Jankara politics and fine point politics. In Jankara politics, brute force and corruption reign, not ideas. In Jankara politics, promises are made. They are not meant to be implemented. In Jankara politics, what money cannot do, more money will do with brute force. In the Jankara world, voters do not matter. The snatchers and compromise electoral and security operatives matter. However, it needs to be quickly stated that anyone who obtains power that is not derived from the people's majority vote is not from God. Some inquisitive minds may wonder why God would allow such a thing to happen in the first place. The answer can easily be found not in politics but in religion. God often looks away for evil to strive for the same reason He allowed the Son to die a humiliating death on the cross, so that He would take glory and mankind will be saved. We must also note this caveat. Those who will benefit from His glory when it arrives will be those who do not follow the example of sinners or join those who have no use for God. What we are saying here is, if you are not happy with Tinubu's snatch and run presidency, and you are happy with Hope Uzodinma or Yaya's Bello kill and take politics, you are not likely to enjoy the grace when it comes. The foregoing is a mere forward to our conversation this week, which is centered on the two brands of politics, fine points and Jankara. Which way is Nigeria going? In the 2023 general elections, two candidates stood out: Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress. Obi campaigned on a unique and persuasive message of taking Nigeria away from its current consumption status to production. He made himself available at all forums, public rallies, town hall meetings, and conferences to push through his point. Even without the so-called political structure and no control of state or local government, he was able to win over Nigerian youths and a sizable number of the elite. On the other hand, Tinubu did none of that. He shunned media, interviews and debates, and at rallies he said virtually nothing but danced his way through with comic bala blue remarks. In his Jankara politics, Tinubu found a political ally in the then Governor Nyesom Wike, whose Machiavellian politics suited him most. With Wike's help, Tinubu was able to checkmate the main opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP), whose candidate Atiku Abubakar he denied endorsement for refusing to pick him as the presidential running mate. Tinubu's campaign centered on assuring the people that he would continue the good work of Buhari, the regime he is now accusing of leaving the state bankrupt and comatose. His approach was more about being feared and even hated than loved. In the end, it is up to Nigerians to decide which way to go: create and rebuild a new country, or continue in this ignoble way coordinated over the years by criminal gangs. As Marcus Tullius Cicero tells us, the function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. And as South Africa's hero Nelson Mandela prays for us always, may your choice reflect your hopes, not your fears. God help us. Nigeria's Eronu Ireu. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.